12th, let's continue with the poem The Darkling, Thrush. Fine, we have done the first two paragraphs where we have read about the desolated image of the winter landscape. Fine, the poet is comparing the wintry landscape to the dead body of the century. The cloud serves as its storm, the wind serves as its death song. Then what happened? Among this gloomy atmosphere, suddenly he heard a voice of a bird called Thrush. And the song of the bird, it was full of hope. It gave poet some hope. Fine. So the third paragraph, it deals with the hope. The first two paragraph deals with despair, desolation. The last two paragraph deals with hope. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead in a full-hearted evensong of joy illimited. Illimited means unlimited. An aged thrush, frail, gaunt, and small, in blast beruffled plume, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing bloom. Clear? Frail. Frail means feeble, weak. Gaunt means thin, aged, old. Blast beruffled. Blast means in heavy strokes of wind. Beruffled, disordered. Plume, feathers. Fine. Now see. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead in a full-hearted evensong. Evensong means the evening song, the evening prayers, clear, sung in the church, of joy illimited. Now this paragraph, it solicits the reader's attention to both the song and the singer. Fine. At once. So it gives us the suddenness. All of a sudden the speaker was standing there thinking about just watching the gloomy landscape and feeling fervorless. Suddenly he heard a voice, fine, of an old thrush. Clear? Fine. So suddenly the speaker hears an old thrush break out in song. Right? Thrush is a songbird, that has a brownish upper plumage feather and the spotted breast. And in a full-hearted evensong of joy illimited, and the song of the bird, clear, the song of the thrush, it's filled with unlimited joy. Fine. And the song the bird was singing, it is quite in contrast with the image of the bird. Fine. How the bird is an aged thrush, frail, gaunt, and small, in blast beruffled plum, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing gloom. An old thrush, feeble, weak, thin, small thrush, whose feather has been disordered because of the strong strokes of winter wind, had chosen thus to fling his soul. The bird has chosen, the bird has flung its soul, it has put out its soul into the song upon the growing gloom. Is it clear? Upon this darkening evening, the bird has fling its souls happily. Fine. Fine, children. So we find that the little bird is no better than his surroundings. It is not young, stout, beautiful bird that is singing such a joyous song. Rather, it is an aged, frail, gaunt, and small, with a blast beautiful plums. In short, we can say that the bird, which is old and feeble, and has possibly not eaten for days because of the harsh winters, and his feathers have received the full blow of winter wind. Clear? And the fact that this pitiable soul chooses to sing his optimistic song despite the adverse situations. It's what make his song all the more impactful. Is it clear? The world is aged, old, can die anytime, and maybe mm, but it is singing such an optimistic note, it is singing such an optimistic song, quite contrary to its image. This is what make it song impactful. Clear? When all hope seems lost. Clear? it is the it is the tiny imperfect little bird which sings a song of hope, which becomes a testament of life. Fine? Is it clear, children? And the song is also significant. Clear? Why? For both the reason, for an aged bird, and because it is the last day of the century. The bird is aged, frail, maybe facing its own end, yet it flings its soul ecstatically upon darkening evening. Fine. And the image of the bird who's fling its soul upon the growing gloom, it also suggests the hope and desperation. And it gives this poem a religious connotation. Indirectly, this image of the word is a reference to the Christ's suffering and death on the cross, followed by his resurrection from the death, bringing hope to mankind. Right? So, Little Cause for Caroling of such ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial thing afar or nay around, that I could think that trembled through his happy good night air some blessed hope whereof he knew and I was unaware. Now the this last stanza, it is filled with a sense of life and hope. The hope that is brought by the bird's song. Fine. But the thing is that the speaker is unable to comprehend the reason of this joy. He say, so little cause for caroling, singing. Right? So basically the songs that were sung in a church, psalms. Right? The little hope cause for caroling of such ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial thing afar around. Clear? Now the speaker is confused because he find a very there is no cause, he couldn't find any cause for the bird to sing such a joyous song. Clear? Was written on the terrestrial thing. Terrestrials, anything that is related to earth. Fine. So on this earth he didn't find anything far or near around, he didn't find anything that can uh, give the bird that hope to sing such a joyous song, that I could think there tremble through his happy good night air. The poet could not find anything that could inspire the bird, clear, to sing such a nice song. Hmm. Though the speaker can recognize the joy in the bird's song, he cannot experience it himself. Some blessed hope whereof he know, and I am unaware. And the speaker is happy. Fine. He maybe the bird knew some hope. The bird might be seeing some hope for the future, whereof he knew, and I am unaware. That I am not able to experience the hope. I am not able to experienced. Fine. So the poet can recognize the joy in the bird's hope, the hope in the bird's song, but he could not experience it by himself. Clear? So here the word blessed and the word hope has been capitalized. The word hope is written in a capital letter. It gives this poem a religious connotation. It suggests that there might be some spiritual reason for the bird's happiness, for the bird's joyful singing. Fine. As already I told you, the word evensong, that is refers to the evening prayer. It is related to the church. And second, this word caroling, ठीक है ना, they remind us of the Christmas carols. And the third word, hope. Hope is one of the three Christian virtues: faith, hope, and charity. Fine. So the poet has personified hope here. Fine, as it were a human being giving hope to mankind. So it can be an indirect reference to the Jesus Christ. But the song of the word, though the poet is unable to experience that joy right now, but the song of the word give him some hope for the future. Clear? The speaker is not able to understand the cause of the bird's joyful singing, but it fills him with the feeling that there may be some cause for it, and in future he will come to know that cause. The song of the bird give the poet the hope for the future. Fine. So we have seen that this poem, it presented two themes before us: the theme of despair and the theme of hope. The first two paragraphs that deals with the desolated wintry landscape, they present the gloomy picture, they present the speaker's view. Yeah, that is the theme of despair. But the last two poets, in the last two paragraphs, they deal with the hope, the song of the bird. Clear? The song of the bird, the, quite contrary to the image of this bird, gives hope to the poet for the future. He is hopeful that maybe in the new century the people will again revive their Christian faith that they have lost. So children, revise this poem. Right? Thank you.